Hey everybody, it's Kiara here and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome. I upload faith, lifestyle, and entrepreneurship content on Wednesdays. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. So as we know, the holidays are here. They are upon us. I am such a huge holiday fanatic. It is my favorite time of year. So today I wanted to drop a video that definitely will come in handy if you're, in your early or mid-20s like me, don't have that much money, but love getting people together. This video is definitely for you. So growing up, my grandma, my family was always the ones who had the parties, whether it was birthdays, cookouts, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it was. People were always over my house. And to be honest, I actually hated it. I hated always having people in my space. I am such an introvert, and I'm finding that as I'm getting older, I'm becoming even more introverted. But, time has a funny way of messing with you and just growing into habits. So now with me and my husband, Daryl, we're the friends who always throw the parties. So we have our annual Christmas party. We're hosting Thanksgiving this year for a couple people, our birthdays, cookouts. We love getting our friends together. We believe a part of our purpose as a couple is to extend the hand of hospitality. We have the gift of hospitality. So with having that gift of hospitality, but not rolling in dough, we had to figure out a way to have these gatherings every couple of months and it not break the bank. So today's video, I'm going to be telling you 7 ways that you can throw a budget-friendly Christmas party. Like I said, I'm so excited to share these tips, and let me know below how these might help you as you gear up for Christmas. So let's get started. So tip number 1 for throwing a small budget Christmas party is utilize free invite services. So what we do is we just make little graphic cards on Canva to use for our parties. So it takes 2 seconds. We just have to put the date, the time, maybe where to RSVP, a picture that deals with the particular theme of our party, and we just make it on Canva. And the great thing about Canva is the graphics are pretty much already made and you just have to drag and drop. And then from there, we create just simple Facebook events and we invite our friends and whoever we want to invite for that particular party, and we give information about what that particular party might be for, and if we have any parameters and steps that they need to follow, if the party may have a theme. For instance, last year our Christmas party was crazy socks and flannel shirts. And this year we're doing Christmas PJs. So we let our guests know through Facebook, and they're able to RSVP right there, ask any questions. When we do potlucks, they're able to put in the Facebook group or the Facebook event what they might be bringing. You can also use like Punch Bowl or Evite or any of those things. You don't have to buy invitations and send them out anymore. If you want to do that, I know there are some certain things that I would prefer to do that, but for our gatherings that we throw and we're on a smaller budget, we just do everything online through Canva and Facebook event. Tip number 2, keep your invite list concise. You don't want to invite too many people that you can't accommodate comfortably. So for instance, with you being on a smaller budget, you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on food or snacks or drinks or whatever. Keep your list concise and recognize that more than likely everyone is not going to come. If everyone does come, that's great. But a lot of times everyone does not come, or they may RSVP that they are coming and then the day of they cannot come. So for instance, a good rule of thumb I say is expect at least half of your invite list to come. So if you want to invite 20 people, expect about maybe 10 of them to actually show up at the minimum. So you don't want to over invite because You don't want to spend all this money and then majority of those people don't even show up and you bought all this unnecessary things. You want to be able to accommodate each of your guests comfortably, especially if you're opening up your home, you're being hospitable to your guests. You want to make sure that they're comfortable. You want to make sure you don't have to overextend yourself in accommodating them. So keep your invite list concise. Tip number 3, make it a potluck. Potlucks are the best way to save your coins, especially at our age. So with some of our parties and our cookouts, what we do is just tell our guests that it's a potluck, they can bring a dish, and that way you have this whole spread. But one of the things about potlucks, like I said in the last tip, is to make sure that they RSVP enough in advance to where if you don't have enough people to have a quality spread, you'll be able to buy more. But overall, potlucks are a great way to save your coins. But if you're like us, when it comes to our Christmas parties and our birthday parties specifically, we like to cook the food. We like to provide the spread, and now we're known for that. So what we do is we ask our guests to bring drinks or desserts, or if there is a dish that they would like to bring, feel free. But know that potlucks are the best way to navigate having a party on a smaller budget because you don't have to provide all of the food. Tip number 4, and we are talking about Christmas parties specifically. So a lot of times we want to do Pollyanna and Secret Santa and stuff like that. If you do want to do that, make sure that you keep the budget under $20. You don't want to become a burden for your guests. You don't want to make the barrier too high for them to not want to come. So with a Secret Santa of you can't go over $20, that's a way for your guests, to get a quick gift, whether it's gift cards or candles, some cute socks or something like that. They don't feel like they have to extend themselves and get a gift that they might not be able to afford. So keep your Secret Santas and your Pollyannas under $20. Tip number 5, don't sleep on Dollar Tree. Oh my gosh, I love Dollar Tree so much when it comes to us having our gatherings because you are able to get all of your decor, all of your utensils, all of that for under $20 essentially. So we're able to get our tablecloths and some little decor to put everywhere that goes with the theme parties, plastic champagne flutes and plates, cups, everything, decorations. You can get all of that. These ears are from Dollar Tree. Do not sleep on Dollar Tree. You don't have to go to these more expensive craft stores like a Michael's or a Hobby Lobby or stuff like that. You definitely can if you want to, but if you're just having a gathering and you just want to bring people over but you want to keep it on budget, you want to keep it on theme, and you want to quickly buy what you want to buy, just go to Dollar Tree. Ain't nothing wrong with Dollar Tree. So tip number 6, satisfy, don't fill. So this goes back to when I was saying if you want to provide all of the food, don't think that you have to provide your guests with a whole spread like steak and potatoes and all that expensive food. No, instead just have multiple hors d'oeuvres or finger foods and fill them up that way. So you don't want them to be so bogged down with heavy food. So a lot of times we'll do wingdings, meatballs, different types of salads, fruit. We'll have a couple sides, just enough to satisfy them but not make them completely full and weigh them down. Do not fill up your guests, just satisfy them. And tip number 7, keep your guests engaged. Keep your guests engaged. And you may be wondering, I don't want to spend a lot of money for this party. How can I keep them engaged and off their phones? One of the best things you can do is, like I said, in that Facebook event, when you give all your parameters for your party, invite them to bring some games with them. If they have any board games, you know, bring your board games with you. You know, pick out a couple movies on Netflix to end the night with, you know, some hot cocoa and stuff like that. Tell people to bring their cards, you know, just have conversation. We're really big on people really not being on their phones when we have our gatherings, because it's not like we see each other all the time. So we want to make sure that we're able to keep them engaged without being on their phones. You know, of course we're taking pictures and, you know, snaps and stuff like that, but besides that, we don't really want you on your phone. So we'll have board games to play, you know, movies to watch, just good conversation, you know, prayers. Sometimes we fall into worship, you know. It just all depends on the mood of the party and where it goes. So definitely keep your guests engaged, and there are plenty of ways to do it on a budget. You can also do like cookie decorating. So that's one of our staples that we do, is different cookies every year. You know, making cookie dough is super cheap, and you can even just buy cookie dough already made, and all you have to get is like icing and, you know, sprinkles and stuff like that, and make that a whole activity of people designing their cookies. You do not have to spend that much money on your activities. Like I said, you want to be accommodating to your guests. You want to keep them engaged. You want to keep them satisfied, so they know that you are the person, or you are the couple that they can depend on every year. So those are my 7 tips for you to throw a Christmas party on a smaller budget. Please let me know in the comments down below which tips you're really going to put into action this year for your Christmas party, or things that you might do that I didn't even mention that helps you to be able to have a party on a smaller budget. Like I said before, be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Like this video, turn those notifications on so you know every time I upload. I'm having so much fun on this YouTube journey. Happy holidays, everybody, if you celebrate. This is a time of Thanksgiving. This is a time of love. This is a time of reflection, and I pray that it is a wonderful time for you all, and I will talk to you next week in our next video. Bye.